Second part of Part 2, Question 47, Article 3, whether prudence takes cognizance of singulars. It is universally true that each human person is an individual. Or is that individually true of each person? Wait a minute, is this a contradiction? Well, of course not, but how? And what about reason? Is it connected with universals or singulars? Both, according to Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, quote, prudence does not deal with universals only. We know it deals with universals, but not them only. It takes cognizance of singulars also. To cognize means not just more, it means more than just noticing, more than just respecting. It also means contemplating rationally. But that's an issue. At least it was somewhere else with Aristotle in his book of physics, where he said, quote, reason deals with universals. Particulars are, after all, infinite in number. You'd never know them all. And yet prudence, knowledge, is possible. And next, Thomas considers that case of people who have keen senses, but who at the same time have no sense, no common sense, no ability to think, no prudence. That is not a deal breaker, though. Thomas answers that prudence definitely does involve reason, but it also involves the application of said reasoning to the world, the material, concrete world of singulars. Action is the end of reason, action in that concrete world. We are not disembodied intellects contemplating truth. Sorry, Aristotle. We are men and women at work in the world, and that the world, reality, has the final say in determining what is a good or a bad idea. It all reminds me of a meeting I had at work. We were talking over the latest initiative that was sprung on us from our bosses. After a while, somebody asked me, hey, what do you think of this? Well, I said, I think it's a good idea. And heaven preserve us from all these good ideas. Once again, the angelic doctor we see in this article has his feet very much planted on the ground. Thomas answers Aristotle with On the Soul, Book 3. The third term of the syllogism links the particular and the universal. Socrates is mortal. Now that's a meaningful statement, especially for Socrates, saying mortal things are mortal. Well, yeah, we know, but saying this singular individual has that quality, that's saying something more. And Thomas is here returning to human nature, to seeing our place in the world, and part of that place is to act out of partial ignorance. You will never have complete knowledge of anything. To act out of personal or partial, ignorance. Only God knows the world in its infinity. We stumble with vague generalities. Another distinction now. Thomas divides between the exterior and the interior senses. One collects material impressions. The other, quote, is perfected by memory and experience so as to judge promptly of particular cases. Yes, timing is a factor here. And yet Thomas also insists that, quote, prudence is chiefly in the reason. We saw that in a previous article, but it borders. It touches the physical world. We are toying here with that mysterious boundary between the material and the immaterial, and that, of course, is nothing new or intimidating for the angelic doctor. It's a great call for humility, for us to have, I'd call it a strategic pragmatism, lest we become like those ambitious administrators who were so certain of their new programs, so certain that they would ignore the results or never bother to try to measure those results. Our theories are never so complete, never so perfect, that we must use them no matter what the consequence. The tool is neither too good to use blindly, but nor is it too imperfect, too poor a tool to leave unused. We must use it well. We must use it with prudence. And does prudence take cognizance of singulars? Yes.